Hola, buenos días, soy Nico.
Cinco wanted me. Ocho Cinco wanted me.
Hey there, this is Editing Nico. If you haven't noticed, I've been gone for a couple of weeks. It's basically because Arquez did false copyright strikes on my previous videos, not only ones involving him, but other random people. So YouTube basically put me in timeout until I fought the strikes, and he couldn't prove that it was copyright because it wasn't. So the videos got put back up, my channel got reinstated, and I am back with some tea. I have a few videos that have been backed up and they are about to roll out, so I hope you're ready for new content. Thank you for all those that are still here, and thank you for all helping me reach 25,000 subbies. This is like a big milestone for me. I genuinely never thought it would get to this point, but I'm so honored to have been able to have a living, a life, etc. surrounding this, engaging with you guys, talking about the latest tea, social issues, etc. I never thought this would be possible, and I just want to say thank you all once again. And just so you know, future reference, if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics, because while I was away due to the false copyright strikes, I was still uploading. I was still uploading weekly, so I have a lot of tea that is early access if you want access to it now, but you gotta go subscribe. There are 3 different tiers and they all help support the channel. If you cannot help via monetary purposes, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in this video. I look a lot better in the video. This is just my like around the house baggy pajamas. I'm very comfortable right now, but yes, I hope you enjoy the video. Boop. And today we are actually here to talk about Rico Pruitt opening up about how people in the industry have not only tried to cross barriers that were not okay during filming, but also the lack of respect when it comes to finances being paid on time. But before we get started on that, because it actually ties into a video I did a good minute ago, and I have personal experiences with these kind of behaviors as well. So essentially, Rico Pruitt, if you don't know who he is, I've done a few videos on him recently, and he actually was happy with my commentary on him coming back from his brief retirement. He actually responded on video on, I think, Big O or Instagram, and I appreciated it because it was genuinely me showing him love and not a way to quote unquote get a collab from him. But yeah, I appreciate that. Much love to Rico Pruitt.
Especially with the about him shit. We started that shit and we was like getting paid pennies to cents, like nickels and dimes type shit, you know, compared to what we getting now. I'm not saying that it was like literally pennies and nickels, but it was a couple of $100s for the first season that I did with About Him. And people didn't even know that we was filming that shit off of iPhones. It was like a lot of shit that happened behind the scenes, but we believed in the vision so much that we knew the impact it was gonna have. Like, at least, well, I did. I knew when I decided to audition for Justin that I knew that it was going to be impactful. So here we are, 7 years in the game, and I still look good, better than ever. I'm in a better place mentally, financially, physically. That's been good.
No, that's what's up. My bad, I dropped, but no, I really like you though, cause like it's like your content and your stuff be fire for real. So
Thank you.
like that's always good. I've always admired you.
I appreciate it. I feel like that was what, you know, like I said, we believed in the vision before we was like getting paid what we were worth. And even then when we were getting paid what it wasn't even a fraction of what I feel like we deserved, but they felt like that's what we were worth at the time.
Yeah.
Like I
I mean,
said,
you need to put your own content
when you
out.
believe in a vision so much, when you know that it's gonna have an impact. If you read the About Him book, then you know.
No, I didn't read the book. I think what I got like irritated with was like it was like seasons 1, 2, and 3 was really good, and then when he got to like 4, where I think was it Milan that they put in 4, or was that 3? Like,
I stopped watching after About Justin.
oh yeah, it just didn't. It wasn't hitting it. And I mean, I met the dude, but like everybody that I don't get in the middle of
You
it,
know,
but
I
like
think if I'm
people
being
was.
honest with you, and I want to, and I'm not bashing the producer, but he's like a Harvey Weinstein of the black gay LGBT content creators. Like, he literally is like one of the most disgusting human beings I know. And I have to like found the right words, but I don't sound bitter because, like I said, these are my experiences, and from what I've seen and what I've experienced with dealing with that individual is a lot of unprofessionalism, just to say the least. Most of the boys that were on the series, outside of me, I never fucked them. Most of them niggas fucked for roles. He would do a lot of just unprofessional shit when it came to the way he was supposed to be a producer. Like, if you behind the camera, stay behind the camera. I feel like he got envious of us, of the people, the talent. He wanted to become us, and that's why he's doing what he's doing now, and it's cringe as fuck. Like the music, the series he put himself in. He looks.
I mean, like, but you gotta understand though, like I wasn't watching that because of them. I found out about the series because of you, and I used to always follow you. So then when you started appearing on it, you started promoting it, and that's how we got on there. But then I be hating when I be watching series like it's one where David is on there too. It's not that same producer. I think it's another one. Um, and like he's talented, right? But then I be hitting him like, "Whoa, what's up with you? Like, what happened to your storyline?" He's like, "Oh, they ain't got the money, the production, and stuff like that." So I just hate liking a series and it's good stuff, and then it's like either the series don't finish, it
It's
gets a
sad
cliffhanger.
because it's like, and then people want to ask me why I work for white porn companies, because when you work with black people, they do shit like this, and I'm trying not to be like that, but like, come on, bro. We literally, About Him, we started from the bottom, all of us, from the producers to the cast. We weren't known. Like, I probably had like 10,000 followers on IG or some shit like that. It really wasn't like,
So break that down to me. Like you say, you rather work for white porn companies. Like, do
cause I
you
know
like
that I'm gonna get
between the
paid.
companies?
I know I'm gonna get paid. They gonna pay me up. They gonna pay me a down payment, and they also gonna pay me a back end. Like, I get an upfront payment before I even take off my clothes, and I get my back end. Like, I get my payment as soon as I walk in the door. From working with BBA. That's BBA specifically. Other companies, I've had to wait months, weeks, and then sometimes I'll be filming and be still waiting on shit because I'm just so invested with the vision, the dream. I'm just like, okay, like I can, bite the bullet. My funds aren't too fucked up where I'm not pressed on it, but bitch, you owe me, and you know you owe me. So I'm not finna just be doing shit for free. No more freebies. So I think that's what it is, and that's
So
why
what?
the writer strike started. That's why the actor strike started. It wasn't just with the black gay community. It happened all. But this shit been going on with the black gay. We get the bad end of the stick. Like, we literally are the lowest of the low.
But basically, he sat down and opened up on how, while filming his famed series About Justin, which was a spinoff from About Him, if I'm remembering the timeline correctly, he was basically opening up about how a lot of the actors that you saw in that series were actually having super happy adult fun time with the owner of Signal23. Nico, if you don't know who the owner of Signal23 is, I can't give you a name. Nico, I'm sorry. It's because he's the producer and owner, he's not supposed to be known. But if you look at the content that he's recently been putting out, he is the focal point along with his boyfriend. I don't know if they're still together. I kind of stopped tuning in to that content because, as you can tell with Rico's response, it was kind of cringe. But basically, I remember I did a video years ago about how a video leaked from one of the romance shows that he was producing, an intimate adult video where he and all the performers that were on the show were having a group super happy adult fun time moment together that was not a part of production. And I remember I made this video because I posed the question, is it okay to sleep with the talent, especially if they are adult performers and they're all consenting? But with Rico's account, allegedly, because this is his experience, he said that they were all basically having sexual intercourse with him for roles, basically using his power as a producer and or creator of the franchise to bag these performers as sexual conquests rather than just actual talent. So from there, that's what I want to focus on, because a lot of people don't understand that that's very prevalent in this industry. Nico, for example, I know somebody who is a retired performer, Excel in person, and he told me at one point how he would fly out and people would basically book him to make club appearances, which comes with the entire flight, room and board, etc. And I appear at your club, maybe I'll dance, I bring people in. He was basically telling me how back in the day, people would actively book him for these appearances and then try to force their way into the hotel room that he was staying in because they quote unquote paid for it, when that was not a part of the bargain. Hell, I recently went through that where I met someone who was like, oh, I can help you elevate your brand. I want to help you fix your image because, girl, I can't dress. Nico, I know my limitations. I'm a big girl. I can't dress. I'm brolic. But he was basically telling me all these things. And throughout the night, he started to text me strangely saying, oh, but I think you're good at cuddles too, and we need to put that to the test. And I was like, huh? And he went, oh, I'm sorry, I'm drunk, wrong number. And I went, oh, okay, you know what? No problem. We just swapped numbers. We were texting. And from there, throughout the night, he kept getting drunker and drunker and just started texting me, I need you. I need company. Where are you at? Trying to call me while I'm out with my friends because I was in the middle of turning up after a big award ceremony. So he's calling me saying he needs my company and where am I at, and I should come to his hotel room. And before I go to the next spot, come change at my hotel room so that when I'm done, I can come pick up my clothes at his hotel room. And I'm like, girl, why do you keep trying to get me back to your hotel room? What are you talking about? And I asked my friend who had worked with him prior, like, hey, have they ever tried to sleep with you before? And he was like, no, this never happened. So it just threw me for a loop because I was not expecting that quick transition into, for a lack of better words, from business to trying to have super happy adult fun time with me rather than keeping it on a business level. And mind you, I feel like I haven't gone through this kind of situation before, like no, I actually haven't. So I think I haven't gone through the situation before because prior to like OnlyFans, I was just an Instagram model, and at most I'm popular on Twitter, but I've never had somebody try to leverage some form of service and or assistance for sexual gratification. And it kind of grossed me out. Nico, I'm not one of those people that feels like, okay, well, if I can't get my foot through the door, I'm going to actively, get quote unquote physical with somebody in a super happy adult fun time context just so that I can make a breakthrough. It's not shunning the girls that do it, but I feel like I haven't earned it if I just sleep with someone to get a position. But I definitely want to hear your opinions down below. Have you heard stories about this? I mean, this isn't even just like a performer situation. We've seen where in the workplace there is sexual intimidation and or trying to get super happy adult fun time out of somebody for a promotion, for a pay raise, etc. What are you willing to do for the job? So I definitely want to hear your opinions down below, because Rico honestly said a lot in this video, from not only the producer allegedly being jealous of the actor's fame, but also people willingly trying to get ahead by giving up their bodies to somebody they wouldn't naturally do it to. It's an interesting conversation as a whole, but I definitely want to hear your opinions down below, and I will see you guys next time. Boop! And now for a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's third eye tier subscribers, Eon714 and Dulce Vita. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and thank you once again to everyone who supports the channel. And this week's slash stream will be over black performers who attend the gay VNs that never seem to win, and how most industries actually profit off of black bodies and talent but don't reward them in time. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in.